Hello everyone, welcome to the latest DevBlog for You Will Rot, the zombie survival horror game that will put you in the game. And that's me, and I'm in the game, and I want to do the same for you. This will be a fully packed DevBlog. There's a lot that's been worked on. I'm making incredible progress. I'll go over campfires, resource gathering, liquid energy transfer, some of the things I worked on, such as traversals, vaulting, and such. Harvesting is getting more physical. Continue to expand the world with new environments and survival-focused content. So let's get into it real quick. The first thing is the procedural aim-down sights have been updated. I hired a contractor, Hashir. He's been doing great work. And now the walking while doing ADS looks so much better. It's all procedural. There's still some animation issues, but that's going to be fixed soon. So you can see a little bit when we're walking. It's just a little too much, but we'll fix that. One of the cool things that I like is I added the ability to have independent animations for the left and right hand. So as I swap the right hand to the left hand, it mirrors. I can also then take another item here and put it in the right hand. So now I can, that was a reload animation that I got to work on. But now I can have objects. Now I can have objects in the right hand and left hand. Independent of each other with their own independent animations. And you can see here it stays together with me as I move around. I mean, personally, I think this is really cool and going to be really great for future gameplay. Being able to go down a hallway and search in the dark while being armed is going to be very important. Harvesting has gotten an upgrade, and we're finally complete here. We've added some trees, and as I chop the tree down, very satisfying. That cracking sound that you hear with every single tree fall, it's procedural, so it's going to be different every single time you chop down a tree. I have to fix the spawn location, but we'll have some resources spawned. If I wanted to take this log and chop it up, all I'd have to do is hit it, and that would now chop it up into these smaller logs. I can take these smaller logs and chop them up into firewood. So I hit it, and it turns into 4 pieces of firewood, which I can then pick up. The down tree will also create some sticks. I can also take these sticks and build a campfire kit. That campfire kit we can then place in the world here. This is an A-frame, which then opens up this new buildable object system. So I'll take this piece of paper and crumple it up. I guess it's the same mesh. But I'll take this crumpled piece of paper and add it to the campfire. Once I have that, I can now light it on fire. Oops. Which will spark some special effects. And then there's a whole campfire state system. So once the tinder is going, now we can put in some logs. There. So now a log is on, and now the log is going to catch fire. And this also creates a heat zone around here. So now my body temperature will rise. If I put anything down near it or on top of it, it'll heat up. So this will then open up a whole cooking system that I will build eventually. The way that the energy system works is this log's fuel is being consumed, and once it burns out, you'll have about a minute, 2 minutes to be able to put another log down to continue the fire, so you can have the fire continuously go. So right now it's in a state of burning out, so you have to take then another log and put it on, and I get those logs back. And this way you can keep a fire perpetually going. As you can see, it looks really good at night. One of the things I wanted to point out was the flickering special effects that I added using Perlin noise. I think it looks really good, especially at night. Haven't been camping many times. This really does get a good sort of real life feel. Cool. Another thing I wanted to go over is the another buildable item, which is the forest hut kit. Place it here. Okay, so this places the frame of the forest hut. So in order to build this forest hut, it's again going to go through stages. I'm going to go here and start adding these long sticks to the buildable object, and we can see they're being added in the real world as well. And as I complete this, now it opens up another level. So now I have the frame completed. I can now take this tarp and put the tarp over, and it just needs to load. Okay, and here we are. And so here it is, the completed forest hut. Now with this tarp, you could see it's moving and jiggling. That's actually acting to the wind itself. So on windier days, it will have a much stronger jostle. And I think it's a really cool little feature that I added. As you can see, it also has an inventory, so I can store things in my hut. And if I start to break it down with earlier phases, it'll actually not let me do it. I have to remove the tarp first. Then start removing. The forest hut will protect you from rain and give a temperature boost. So having these buildable objects in the world are going to be very important for the survival game. I also added conditional interactions. So for example, here I am with this tree. I can't get any interaction with the tree, but if I add a knife, now I have an interaction with the tree that I can do that will then produce a ball of resin. So this ball of resin can be then used in making torches and such. The mantling system and vaulting system has an upgrade. I fixed a lot of the issues. Some of the animations need work, but whatever. But it's looking really good. Functionally, it works well. It just needs a little bit of polish. Another thing I wanted to go over and highlight is items when they're turned on after they're dropped will now stay on and have visual effects that will stay on. So as I light this road flare, if I drop it on the ground, it stays lit. Yeah, I wanted to show that. That was a really big improvement for world building. And that road flare does have an energy component, so eventually that road flare will go out. Again, notice the flicker. I'm trying to make sure that the visual effects and the lighting are just really... Yes, it's an indie game, but I really want the visual effects to be like AAA quality, and I'm really working hard on that. Like, this is the attention to detail that I would expect. All right, the next cool thing is liquid containers. So water bottles, flasks, and I added this gas can. They all have liquid volume now, and so I can now use that to do cool things. Hopefully I can hurry up before it gets too dark. But I can come over here to this gas pump, and now I can fill up this with gas. And so now there's a gas volume inside of this liquid container. That is gas. It could be filled up with water. It could be filled up with really anything. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't eat. My character didn't eat, so I'm going to die. So hopefully we can get this going over here. And so now I can come over to here, and I have the ability to siphon or deposit. So I'm going to now deposit into the gas, into the car, and so now this car has gas. I have been adding new first-person animations. Some of them are not super clean, but I'm doing my best. But animations are the hardest thing for me. Baseball bat, like I said, is going to work on these guys. Here's a KAM with a G33 optic attachment on top of a rail attachment. I have new AK animations for running, sprinting, jumping, and all that fun stuff. I also upgraded the physics to the throwing. Everything is now material based. So if I throw like a twig that's wooden, if I throw, for example, a brick, it's gonna stop depending on what this material is that I threw. It's a brick, and what it landed on, and the amount of bounce and slowdown will be based off of these two material types. Let's do a test. Can I throw the bat? Okay, I can throw the bat. As you can see, it flipped head over tails and rolled a little bit and came to a stop. Let's throw an apple. About the same. Okay, let's throw this road flare. So as you can see, there's a bunch of zombies here. Let me go ahead and pop the pin on this guy and throw him. And let's get rid of the rest. Another fix that I had is this is a character that I just died. Oh, okay, that's weird. Anyway, pretend he's dead. You can now loot yourself. Before, this was a bug where we couldn't do that. But now we can. So if I wanted to, I can come over here and take individual clothes. He's now naked. All of the inventory comes with. Let me grab this backpack here. Oh, cool. The backpack had a gun. The gun has some shots taken away already. There's 16 out of 19. So all of the inventory will retain as I transfer between players. Again, pretend he's dead. I don't know why this has happened, but just pretend he's dead. Freaking weirdo. There. Okay, I don't know what that was. Maybe when I hit the collision, it sort of reawoke it. I don't know. I'll get that fixed. Whatever. I also did some work on the binoculars. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting there. I'd like to have like a vignette or something, so that way it actually looks like you're looking through the binoculars. But that's currently working as well, and it's looking really good. Well, thank you very much for coming to my DevBlog. There's a lot going on. I'm going to continue working on this, and hope you guys really like it. And please share this with your friends. One thing I have to address is the Kickstarter did not go off as planned, so I'm trying to reevaluate when I can do the Kickstarter. But you can't just do a Kickstarter. You have to build stuff up to it, and getting all these things in place and launching it at the same time, it's a lot of work. So I'm trying to get that going, and we'll see how it goes. But for now, we're just going to keep working away, and hopefully this gets some interest. Until next time, thank you for watching the DevBlog for You Will Rot.